to start the second session formally. PGRs from or focusing on the Global South, challenges and solutions. Let's go to the next speaker. And the next speaker is Isabel Collazos, Corporate PhD candidate, School of Museum Studies, University of Leicester. Isabel, your mic is on. Yes, we can hear you and we can see you. Go ahead, please.
Great. Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for the invitation to be part of this panel. I have enjoyed and related to many of the experiences and challenges shared today. As a PGR from and focusing on the Global South, specifically Bolivia, there's much I'd like to share with you. From the very personal and vulnerable experience of changing a continent to do a PhD, to the more academic analysis of the material conditions of doing research in Bolivia while presenting British academic credentials. I would like to talk about both because they are intertwined affectively as well as intellectually through the reflexive questions of how and where knowledge is produced and legitimized. I consider myself an insider-outsider researcher, insider in my country, outsider as a member of the University of Leicester PGR community. So today, with the time that I have, I'll discuss my experiences in this latter position, outsider, where my main struggle, a little bit of an obsession, has been my migration status in the context of the 2020s United Kingdom. As an international student, I have to pay for a visa and national health surcharge, which came up to £2,500 in total upfront, and university fees up to £18,000 per year, 3 times more than British citizens. That being said, I have not personally paid university fees, as they have been waived in my doctoral training partnerships agreement with the university. Though I have a British resident permit, as a Bolivian, I have to apply and spend up to £200 for a visa to enter the Schengen space. This means that to attend any conference or uptake training in continental Europe, so next door, I have to not only spare those £200, but take the time and undergo the less than pleasant visa process. Any type of leave or suspension affects my visa status, which means I have to exit British territory. And this includes sickness and maternity leave. This is not the first time I present these issues. As PGR rep and member of the EDI committee in M4C, I am vocal about this lived experience, as I know that my individual story is silently shared by other PGRs. A few months ago, I raised them to an EDI training convener and was quite surprised when she said that it was the first time someone had mentioned my migratory discrimination to her. In addition to the first-hand institutionalized differentiations that I have given these examples for, there is also an atmosphere built on anti-migration discourse and demagogic politics. Though I have not experienced this firsthand, nor in the university environment, its echoes affect my overall feeling of being welcome in the UK. And it is probably why receiving an automatized email of concern about supervisions and how their absence may affect my visa status provokes anguish and preoccupation in me. Nationality is a legitimized and institutionalized form of discrimination, and this might be why it feels difficult to advocate or question it. I have not found a solution for these perceived and objective discriminations other than what I mentioned before, and which is what I'm doing today, sharing it with other people, with supervisors and university staff so that they understand the different position and pressures that I face as an international PGR. And I must say that I have always found support and understanding when doing so. I also talk about it with colleagues who may share my experience because I hope to become for them, for any of you, someone that makes you feel seen, that you can reach out to, and potentially help me in rendering visible these challenges within the academic sector. And to those of you who may not face them, but are researching the Global South, maybe the question of human mobility will lead you to reflect on the structural limitations some face and opportunities others have to produce and disseminate academic knowledge. Thank you.